What is going on, my friends? So welcome back to another video in my series. In this video, as I guess you've seen in the video, in the title, we'll be covering Flask Graphene file upload. So by default, there's nothing like uploading of files out of the like Graphene doesn't support a file upload by default. So that's why I'm going to show you one thing. So first thing you want to do is, okay, first let me thank you very much. As of now, I have 149 subscribers. I'm really so happy I reached the 100 mark. So this is the first video actually I'm recording after the 100 mark. So thank you so much. So first of all, you want to search Graphene file upload. I'll leave the link just in the description. So I'll leave the link in the description, but you can decide to search it, and then this is it. So just make sure you pip install Graphene file upload so that you can install that. So another thing you might want now to do is go, after installing that, go inside your product models. So you want to add a field for file upload. In my case, I'll call it path. You can call it image or any other name you want, and I'll just make it a string field. So because it simply will be storing path, so I'll make it of length 200. So, and then I can, if I think this is something you might want always to do before even making migrations and such. But after adding that, then you can just come and make migrations before we forget. So just come over here and just say, if you do that, then the next thing you might want to do is now just Alembic, and then just upgrade, and then just heads, to just make sure that you create everything inside your, all the tables inside your database. So that created, then just clear and go back over here. Just, you can just decide to restart your application, but I don't think I'll start my application as of now because I've not finished everything. Another thing again you want to do is just make your GraphQL view function to be file upload GraphQL view. So this will support everything. So just import again from Graphene file upload.flask. If you're using Django, then here will be Django. But if you're using Flask, then make it that Flask there and then just use it this way, and all the other things remain as we had done before. So the first thing we want to do is import OS. So just import OS as I've done over here because we'll be using it. Another thing you want to do is import Graphene file upload, what we just installed, .scalars, and then just import uploads from there. So this will create something like the data types we've been having for Graphene. So that is something you might want to do. So then inside our mutation, our product attributes, you want to add that. So in our case, let me just call it image, and then just go graphene dot just file upload dot not graphene dot, it's just uploads because it's a thing that was not meant in Graphene by default, but we have something that can create that data type. So if you've done that, then inside our input which we'll be getting, it will be having that image, and we know that what we called was not image, but we called it path. So that means that at some point we need to get that image, just upload it to our static files, and then just save it. So as I've said, we will be uploading it to static files, and if you know Flask, then you know that inside your, the place you always define your app, what I mean by saying where you define your app is where you have this, where you're saying app is equals to Flask and then just name. Inside that directory, you always need to have statics and templates there if you are using any of them. So in this video, I'm only covering static, but since I created my project using PyCharm, then I have it over here, but I'll move them to config because that is the folder where I'm defining my app. So I just move them over there. So this will, inside there I'll have a new file. So go inside your settings, no helpers, or just anywhere, even it could be inside your project. We need to define the directory where our files will be uploaded to. And I'm saying file path is just the directory, which in this case is the config. I think you can read, if you know Python, then you might want to check that. And then I'm just saying that to upload to static, which in this case is just this. So I hope that doesn't confuse anybody. I'm saying file upload is that, and then the directory over here, and then just static. I hope that is clear. So the next thing now you want to do is, we have the file path. So go inside, back inside your schema, and let us import it because I'll use it. Just say from helpers, from config first dot helpers dot help us just import file upload path. So we have this thing and we need to use it now. So over here we need to get our image from the input. Just say file is input, and then just as we call it over there, we said it was image. So just get it over here, and we know that finally our model doesn't accept it, so we need to remove it. So just say input dot pop, and then just image. So this will remove that image from our input data. So we now need to upload this file, but we know that we'll be uploading a file with the file name. So let us get the file name. So we'll say just file name. File name in our case is just secure, and then just say file name. So this is imported from the same place where we imported that for checking encrypting password and comparing the password with wherever when we were doing authentication. If you don't know, then just, you see this will file secure. Let me just show you. So it's from workzag or whatever that is called .utils. So this one, just make sure you're importing this because this will be getting the file name from our image. And then what we now need to pass is just file name. So we just want to make sure that the file name is a secure file name. If you are 100% sure you can trust, you could just say the file name over here is just file name, but we want to make sure that it's a secure name. So, and then the next thing we want to just make is save this file. So we'll just say file.save, and this now will take in the path where we want to save our file to. So we'll just say file.path.join, and we know that we need to do one thing. So we need to pass the directory and what we are trying to call the file. So in our case, the directory is just the file path, and then the file name is just the file name we just made over here. So that will save our file. So the final thing you want to do is just make sure that your input data has the path or the file name which was just created. So we'll just say path because we know that our object expect it to be called path as we saw over here. So just make sure that you have that, and then just call it path, and then just say that this path is just the file name. So I know it's not related, that's why I was telling you could call image, so that you could just now replace the image over here. Instead of removing it, you could replace it with the file name, but I'll just call it path because I already did that. So another thing now you want to do is just go and create our product. So let us test that very fast. So I want to show you something. There is this thing I got from, what do you call, GitHub, inside the let me show you. I hope I'll find it because yeah, I have it over here. So there is this repository and there is this. So I'll make sure again I leave the link in the description. So just make sure you go check out how you can upload file. So that is why we will not be using the GraphQL path over here, but we will be using the form data so that it can allow us to select file. So just make operator and put that query. I'll leave again this query below so that if you are making this project with me, then you can get it, and just make sure you read it to understand, because actually it's easy. So what we need to do is define our product. Let us call it product created with image in Postman. So yeah, product created with image in Postman, and then the description, some things, quantity, some things, price, again some things, and ID. So all the fields actually over here. What we just need to do is you make sure that this variable, and then over here you see we have something that maps variable.file. So in short, we are getting variable.file that is over here, and then we are just uploading with key number 0 over here, which in our case 0 is just a file that I selected. So you see I just go to file, and if I remove this, you see it create a select file. I just let me select any image like this. So I've selected image like that and just send. And okay, I think I've not started my server, so make sure you restart your server first. After that, let us try. So you see right now it uploaded, but it tried uploading, not it uploaded, but we get the error that we are not authenticated. So let me go and authenticate very fast. And then I think I did set my password to just be the username so that I could not forget. And then let us just return create access token. Let us do it. So you see we get the access token. So let me take this access token copy, and then just come over here to authorization and make sure that this is the access token we have over here. And if that is correct, let us try now. And you see we created a project, and then it returned our path being the file we just created. So if we go inside our PyCharm over here, then go to static files, you see there is this new file that was just created, and it's the image we selected over there. So to access that image, whenever if you ever build a front end, then let me just show you, you can access that from not over here, but from static, and then just the name, which in our case we know it's just 8.jpg or whatever. Yeah, and you see we get the image. So that is the way to upload the files over here. So guys, in the next video I might decide to do admin panel in Flask. If you would like me to do, then please leave the comment. Those are the things that will motivate me to know that at least you guys are watching the videos. So if you would like me to do that, then leave in the comment, and also don't forget to subscribe and take me to at least 1,000 subscribers soon. So goodbye and have a nice time. Thank you.